offense after a great effort by our team. I was really pleased with the zone. I mean, to hold down the top 20 team to 30% from the field was really, really outstanding. You know, we gave up too many second shots, which we did in the last game. A number of long rebounds. You look at the difference. They had 13 more shots at the basket tonight than we did. And it comes down to three more turnovers in them and just too many offensive rebounds in the second half. I think they had 13. And yet we're right there. You know, we have a chance to get a stop and we get a foul with 2 minutes to go. I got to go back and see the play where IJ's blocking out Caruso. That was a key juncture right there where the layup with the game tied with 40 seconds to go. I mean, you know, that was really frustrating because our zone's been so good not giving up those layups along the baseline. That's where Jones, who we talked about, he's always down there low. And the one guy that really, you know, took over for them was obviously Caruso. I mean, you look at his line, he's got, you know, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 turnover in 37 minutes. And really, really played great for him down the stretch when some of the younger guys weren't, you know. I thought our crowd was terrific tonight. I thought the crowd here tonight was outstanding, really motivated and, you know, was enthusiastic for our team and really got behind us, and disappointed for them. And, you know, when you look at some of the numbers, you know, Gavin struggled offensively in the first half and missed a couple of point-blank shots that he normally makes. And he settled down in the second half and played much better. He had 15 and 9 in the second half. So he ends up, you know, with a very good second half for us. But he got tired. You know, I'll go back and watch the film right now with the staff. And I probably, you know, did a poor job substituting in terms of not using Sapardo and Holman more. We got to use them more. I thought that Q's minutes off the bench were really good for us, though. And he did a really nice job. And so we have to bounce back now with, you know, another game coming up real quick. And, you know, not a lot of time to prepare. Actually, 2 games real quick.
Can you talk more about what Q's been adding to the offense and defense off the bench and kind of sparky brings?
Well, you know what, he makes plays. I mean, he's not afraid out there. Sometimes I thought in the first half he took a couple shots where even a little questionable, but he's not playing. He's never scared. He's playing, you know, tough. And I put him in down the stretch because we passed up an open three that we should have taken. All right, we're wide open and we're not willing to take it. I know he's willing to take it. Now, you know, he may have missed a couple rotations defensively. We have never played 4 guards in there at the same time. I thought that was the team that gave us the best chance, which is why we were playing so small down the stretch. You know, Q is a great competitor, and that's what is one of the keys to making him special.
You hit on a little bit the offensive rebounds by A&M. I guess what led to that, is that more of a just failure to box out, that sort of thing? Or?
Yeah, that, and then there's long rebounds. They took 27 threes, so almost half their shots were threes, which is what we want. We don't want them scoring in the paint. I haven't looked at the stat sheet yet. It shows points in the paint, but you know, that's what the zone's supposed to do. But it's tough, is you got to block out. I mean, to start the game, they had like 3 offensive rebounds in the first 2 possessions, and then they only had 4 for the rest of the half. Second half, I think we probably got worn down a little bit, and that's my fault for not subbing more, and especially with Gavin.
How do you find the good balance between the offense and defense? Because like you mentioned, defense played well tonight. How do you just find that balance between the two?
Well, we got to be better offensively. I thought the ball stuck too much. Once you get the ball moving, we're able to penetrate better. And you know, they're a good defensive team. They're holding their opponents on the year to 39%. We shot 43%. Normally, when we shoot 43 and they shoot 30, we're going to win, except for the discrepancy in how many more possessions they had because of the offensive rebounding. And we had our chances, 21-13. We had the ball a number of times and couldn't get them. And you know, we made some bad decisions in transition. You know, going for lob passes, 3-on-1, and throwing the ball out of bounds instead of just being solid, making the solid play. In the first half, we had a 21-13 where we missed a layup where we didn't even hit the rim. Those are plays you got to make if you want to be a top 20 team, you know, in a basketball game.
How would you kind of assess how the defense has played the last couple days with the zone defense?
Yeah, I think it's really obviously helped us. I mean, since we played zone 4 games ago, not including that, we're holding our opponents to 39% from the field. Thing we got to get better at, and I think it helps us in terms of being, you know, we've got a short bench, so you know it helps us in that respect.
I know Coach Stansbury was really emotional when he came out. What was that moment like to bring him back here?
Yeah, I obviously thought it was great that the fans were so good, and I think it was special. He spent 22 years here and did a terrific job, an unbelievable, outstanding job, and you know, for him, the first time back, you know, I think it was special the way he was received. The crowd was phenomenal, and he's doing a great job for Texas A&M. So all of the Bulldog fans should be proud of, you know, what an outstanding job Rick did while he was here, and you know, happy for his family. He's back in coaching. He decided to come out of retirement. You know, he's going to be around a long time. You know, he'll end up with another head job here probably at the end of this year would be my guess.
What is it about the zone that it's improved so much that it's causing teams to kind of struggle from beyond the arc?
I think part of it was that, you know, they missed some shots early, and then you start feeling a little tighter. I think we're just getting better at our rotations. We're getting better at staying, you know, we tweak things a little bit with these guys, and we got to continue to tweak it depending on their personnel and the things we're doing. But, you know, part of it is just committing to it. You know, once we've committed to it, that's what's really helped us is full time. That's what we're trying to do. And, you know, I have no complaints other than the second shots with our defense tonight. And, you know, I thought our guys played really well. We just got to do a better job rebounding.
You mentioned the short turnaround. How much will you lean on your veterans with the 2 games in a short amount of time?
Yeah, well, the tough part is, and it's one game at a time, is that I was saying this on the radio just a minute ago. It's hard to simulate Arkansas's defense. I mean, no one else in our conference plays like that, with that trapping, pressing, doubling. So, you know, we're going to practice real hard, but we're going to have to make plays and be aggressive offensively. And when they're trapping you, you got to be able to take care of the basketball, and we've got to do a good job of that come Saturday afternoon.
Have you ever coached in Bud Walton?
I have. I was there one of the first years. Nolan was still the coach. It was an NIT when I was at Northern Arizona. It was a great crowd, unbelievable atmosphere, and obviously they played really well at home because of the great atmospheres, along with being a really good team, well-coached team by Mike Anderson.
You said kind of a couple times, you know, self-described man-to-man lover of defense. You know, what's been the most difficult aspect of trying to teach zone and implement that?
You know, it hasn't. I knew that this might be a possibility in terms of our numbers, so it's something I've been thinking about going in. But I think it's helped us. You know, for example, Gavin tonight, you know, has how many fouls? Ends up with 2 fouls. We only had 14 fouls. We didn't lose this game because we were fouling and bitting them to the line. You know, we've got to, bottom line is execute better offensively when we have opportunities in transition, and we've got to get better in our half-court offense, playing through Gavin. And that's my responsibility to get our guys to understand that and execute a little better. But we're right there. I mean, we get a stop down the stretch. We got a chance to beat a top 20 team here at home a couple different times with 40 seconds to go. Again, with I think less than 2 minutes when IJ got that foul on Caruso. So we're right there with a really good team, which, you know, as bad as you feel about losing, it's encouraging.
No fast break points. What needs to change to boost those numbers?
I didn't realize that we had plenty of opportunity to score in a fast break and didn't seize it. And we had a 3-on-1 where we had Q and Fred going. I mean, they should just get the ball middle, and we're 3-on-1. We're strong. We actually turn it over. So we've got to be, you know, under control. We've got to slow down at the end of the break. You know, and I'll go study the film right now and can answer that even better for you next time I see you guys.
One more question? Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.